welcome back. Today I have this big stack of movies here that I'm dropping because I'm here to do a movie gift buying guide for kids and teens. So if you're looking for a gift idea for Christmas or Hanukkah or a birthday or any kind of holiday gift giving, then here hopefully will be some good ideas for you. Basically, when I've sorted myself out, there we go, I was going to compile a list for a movie gift buying guide, but I figured that really for adults it's a bit more down to preference than anything else, so I decided to do it. I've got a list from like 1 to 19 and then in little different categories. Now obviously they are based kind of on stereotypical views because that's how else, you know, I've got girls and boys from different age categories, but they are all movies, well, all the Blu-rays or DVDs, whichever, have been released this year, so they're the kind of the newest things. So this is more for people who aren't necessarily movie fans buying for a movie fan, but maybe a parent, grandparent, auntie, uncle, maybe older sister or brother, you know, whatever, kind of buying for the younger ages, if that makes sense. So if you're not really sure what movie to get any of these ages, or what's the newest movie that they'll really like, then this kind of here is a nice little list for you. I have one for each little category and then one honourable mention for each little category. So I'm just going to jump right into it and get started on the movie gift buying guide so you can kind of see where I'm going with this. So firstly, of course, we're going to start with girls, with 1 to 6. So this is ages 1 to 6. I mean, also, I guess you could go less than 1, but I don't know how. Anyway, so 1 to 6 with girls. I've picked out Tinkerbell and the Pirate Fairy. This is a really fun movie and I think little girls would love this one, but of course, like any of these movies, they can also be for little boys because as well it's got pirates in, so it's really, you know, you can really mix and match between this list, but I just separated them up so that it was a bit simpler for you. But like I say, with boys as well, it can be just as great. But anyway, yeah, so for girls, it's, you know, it's got fairies, it's got pirates, it's kind of like before Peter Pan, it has some little hints towards Peter Pan, so if they've seen Peter Pan as well, this is a really great one. But yeah, overall the Tinkerbell movies are really fantastic for little girls. They're really, really great. This is the 5th one, so if they've seen some of the other ones, maybe get this one, or if you want to get one, this one's only come out this year, so maybe if you want to get one that's a bit cheaper, there is 4 before this one, so definitely check out the Tinkerbell movies. And then of course for this section of 1 to 6, but this could go with any of the list. Again, it's kind of, you can mix and match these around quite a lot. I couldn't help but not put in Frozen. I mean, all the kids are loving Frozen this year. Frozen crazy is everywhere, so Frozen is a definite must. If you don't already own Frozen, I'm sure most people do now, but yeah, Frozen. Okay, so now for the boys section between 1 and 6, I have gone with Planes 2 Fire and Rescue. This is a sequel, but you could easily watch this one without having to watch the first. But if, you know, you have a little boy who hasn't seen the first one, I definitely recommend that one as well. But yeah, this one is about a plane who wants to become a firefighter plane and help, you know, put out the forest fires in California. And I think it's a really great movie because not only is it fun for little boys, it's got planes and all different cars and different, you know, things like that, but it also kind of teaches a bit about, like, you know, the fire engines and the fire planes and what they do and stuff, so I thought that was really, really awesome. So yeah, so Planes 2 Fire and Rescue is a great pick there. And the little honourable mention for boys 1 to 6 would be the Lego Movie. I mean, it's a movie about Legos and it's a lot of fun and it has so many known characters in. I mean, you know, you've got Batman and it's got Superman, it's got all the superheroes in, but it's also got ones that maybe younger kids wouldn't know, like maybe Dumbledore and, you know, some people from The Hobbit. It's got Abraham Lincoln. It's got a lot of memorable little Lego characters in. But yes, the Lego Movie. Next category we've got is girls from 7 to 10. Now this one you might be like, you've picked that one for girls of 7 to 10, but yes, I have. It is How to Train Your Dragon 2. This movie is a fantastic movie. It's very cute, very sweet, very heartwarming. I just think, I don't know, I think this is just a perfect movie. It's really, really great. I definitely would recommend this one. I think, but again, both genders would love this, but I just try to separate them, like I say. But yeah, so How to Train Your Dragon 2. And then the honourable mention for this one I actually don't have, and I haven't seen, so I'm just kind of going out on a whim here with this one, and it is Rio 2. I've seen the first one, the second one was released this year, and I kind of feel like that would be another great one. So you might want to look into that one, look it up, because like I said, I haven't seen it, but yeah, Rio 2 is my honourable mention there. Now, for boys between 7 and 10, I have gone with Mr. Peabody and Sherman. This movie is very cute, and I think, you know, it's a great movie for young boys. It's got about a little boy who's, it sounds a little bit of a weird concept, but his dad is a dog, Mr. Peabody, and they travel through time with this time machine. But also, it's a really, really great movie as well, for especially maybe for young ones, because it teaches a lot about history, and they go to lots of different places in history and different points and learn a lot about, you know, they go to the Egyptians, the Renaissance, they go to a lot of different historical kind of landmarks and stuff, and it's really, really fun, but it also has a little bit of history in there, so that's a great one. And then the honourable mention for that category would be Monsters University. I mean, this is a great fun movie about our two favourite monsters when they are back in university. It's just a lot of fun. I'm sure most people have probably heard of Monsters Inc. This is the prequel to it, so this is what happened before Monsters Inc. But yeah, this is definitely a great one. Okay, the next category I've got is girls 11 to 15. Now here, for this one, I have picked Maleficent, which I really, really enjoyed. It was a really great movie. It's like a different take on Sleeping Beauty, which you might think sounds maybe not for 11 to 15, well, especially maybe 15, but it's definitely a bit darker than Sleeping Beauty. It's not kind of your usual fairy tale, but it has a really nice, it's just a really, really enjoyable family movie. I think any ages could enjoy this one, to be honest. It's really fantastic. I really recommend it. I personally enjoyed this one a lot. So yeah, I definitely think it's a great one for this category. And then the next one I have for ages 11 to 15. Now, it was a bit weird because I put the categories together and I was like, oh, because obviously the certificates on movies, you have 12s and then you have 15s. And obviously 11 is just under the cusp of 12, and this movie is rated at 12, so you might want to, you know, maybe not go with it for 11, but you know, it's up to, it's blended with Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler. This is a lot different than all the other movies on my list, but it seems like it's just a really cute family film, and I think the whole family could watch this one. It's about two different families. Drew Barrymore has 2 boys and Adam Sandler has 3 girls. They are both single parents looking after these kids, and it's a lot of fun. They go to South Africa, and it's just so much fun. The kids in this are great. It is really a lot of fun, and I definitely think it's a fun kind of family film that I think everybody can enjoy. So yeah, it's blended. And then of course for boys 11 to 15, I have, again, both of these movies are 12, so you may want to look into that. I have Guardians of the Galaxy, which is a fantastic new superhero Marvel movie. I'm sure lots of people have maybe seen bits of this ever, because it has been really a lot of, you know, adverts and promotion for it. It's very, very fun, very great, really funny, great soundtrack. It's hard to explain what the movie's about, but I think I've not really heard many people not enjoy this one, and I think that category of age will really, really love this. Get a great kick out of it. Superhero movies are kind of a big win, I always say. Like, it's Marvel as well, so the Marvel movies are really, really great. So I'd say any of the Marvel superhero movies, but personally I think this one's really great. And then another one, again, this is a superhero movie, and it is Captain America the Winter Soldier. And now this is the second Captain America movie, so maybe you might want to look into the first one, or there's like Iron Man or Thor. The other superhero Marvel movies are all fantastic as well. But yes, that's Captain America 2. Okay, now we have, moving on to 16 to 19. Firstly, I have girls 16 to 19, and I would go with The Fault in Our Stars. I mean, this has been like the biggest hit, and I think it's perfect for that age range of girls. I think they've probably heard of it, because I would presume they've all heard of it. And it's based on a book by John Green, who is very, very popular, so they might have read the book as well. It sounds like a little bit of a weird gift to get. It is about 2 kids who, it's a love story. It's one of those love stories, but it's like a tragic love story about 2 kids who have cancer, but it's not like uber depressing. It's kind of uplift. It's a really, really great movie, but so many people have really been loving this one, and I personally really enjoyed it. It's a great story. But yes, this is definitely one to check out. It's definitely a really popular one at the moment. A bit of a different one for the honourable mention for that category, 16 to 19, would be Divergent, which is a new kind of dystopian type one where, you know, it's set in the future, and basically it's about these different factors, and this is about this girl who it's really kind of hard to explain. She's a divergent, which is kind of, the government don't really want divergence, so she's really struggling. She has to go and train up. It's kind of maybe like, you know, along the lines of the Hunger Games. If they enjoy the Hunger Games, then this is definitely a... And finally, for the boys 16 to 19, I've gone with Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, which is the new Planet of the Apes movie. It's definitely been raved about. You know, I mean, the Apes movies are really fantastic. They look amazing. They're great fun. It is a sequel to Rise of the Planet of the Apes, so you know, if you're not sure, then that is Rise of the Planet of the Apes is the first one. But then obviously I'm sure you've probably heard about the Planet of the Apes movies, because there's been many more before the two newer ones. There was a lot of older ones as well. Yeah, so definitely think that would be a great pick. And for the honourable mentions here for this category, I actually don't have these two, and I haven't seen them. So I've picked two that I thought were kind of great, which this one's more of, you know, it's not, obviously, it's more of an action, you know, intenser movie, whereas I also put two comedies in there because I thought they'd be great as well. And the first one I got with is 22 Jump Street, which is the sequel to 21 Jump Street, which I also think is fantastic. I recommend that one. I've seen that one. 22 Jump Street I want to see very soon. I've heard fantastic things about it. I think that would be a great pick. And Bad Neighbours, I've heard great things about that as well. Now, oh, it's okay. Yeah, I was just checking what my category was because I was thinking, wait, I think they're both 15s. But yeah, with 16 to 19 here, so it's all good. Yeah, so I definitely think those two would be great ones. Even though I haven't seen them, I think from what I've heard people tell me, those are ones that I would also recommend as an honourable mention there if you're looking for more of a fun comedy movie rather than, you know. So yeah, that was my gift buying guide for kids and teens. I hope you kind of enjoyed it. I hope maybe it helped you out. Hope you kind of know what is the newest movie in the maybe age range that you're looking to buy for. And I'm sorry that this is maybe a little bit nearly the half of December now. And I was going to upload it in the beginning, but I didn't get a chance. If you want a recommendation for someone who is, you know, an adult, maybe like a mum or a husband or something, which you could maybe put a comment down below saying, I'm looking for a movie for my mum, she likes this movie and this movie, is there anything that you'd recommend? And I'll have a think and see if I can think of anything I might recommend that I think is a good film. But again, like I say, it's more preference when you get to adults, that's why I didn't put any categories on it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helped some of you out. And thank you so much for watching. Goodbye!